I think every time we have an argument or a disagreement or whatever the case is, we might not talk for a little while or whatever the case is, but when you come back, I think that strengthens the friendship, and then that also reminds you that you can be mad at this person all you want to, but they still gonna be there regardless, at the end. Because Commander always tell me, you cannot talk to me if you want to. I'm pulling up on you. Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Adrian.
And this is the Two Mics,
Two Glasses podcast, where two best friends discuss business ownership in life. We are so excited today. We have a special guest. So there's three of them. The Sis to Sis podcast. So let's open it up with their bio.
Wait. Sis to Sis 1988 podcast. Let's make sure we differentiate.
Sis to Sis 1988 podcast. All of their links will be in the description, so you can check them out, and they will be up shortly. So here is the bio for Sis to Sis. So Sis to Sis are a group of best friends who met in 1988 in Fort Worth, Texas at Eastland Elementary. Over the years, they have grown together and established an unbreakable bond that has impacted who they have become individually as adults. They wanted to share their story, the good and the bad, with others, hoping to help other women understand the importance of true friendship and hopefully inspire and empower them to follow their dreams, aspiration, and fulfill their God-given purpose. They want to be a catalyst for positive change, and since their beginning in 2020, they've been driven by the same ideas to support, empower, and inspire. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
How are y'all doing today?
We are doing great. Thank you
for having us.
Yeah.
We are good.
Thanks for
Excited
being
to have
here.
you.
Yes, we are very, very excited. We feel a synergy with y'all ladies. We're all kind of around the same age range, dealing with a lot of similar things going on in our lives. So
Right.
it's going to be a fun discussion today.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So we like. All right, Lauren, you
go.
Okay.
No, you go.
Okay. So usually we like to kick off our episode by we have 3 questions for you. So the first question is, what is it, if you guys could think of a friendship, like a public friendship, it could be entertainers, it could be from a TV show, who would you compare your friendship to?
Oh my God. I'll go first on that one. Look, I know I'm first straight out the gate. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm first out the gate and I am the introvert. But at any rate, so how we all even came together as Sis. I mean, we were friends before that, of course, prior to. But I would say Oprah and Gail. I know it's 3 of us, but I would say Oprah and Gail. That's how I would compare us. Oprah and Gail. Because from what Oprah has said, like about Gail, she says that Gail supports her regardless of whatever is going on, you know? So, and like, even like I would say, like with my 2 friends and even me the same with them, like regardless of what's going on, I'm going to support them. So that's what I was compare us to, Oprah and Gail.
Love that.
I would say, to be comical about it, I would say Lucy and Ethel. That's
That's a good one. That's a good one, friend. That's a real good wait. Lucy was the ringleader, but Ethel wasn't playing by Lucy.
Right. She was riding down for real for Lucy.
Yes, she was. That she was. That's true. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
So I would pick a sitcom. So of course I would say Girlfriends and Insecure, because I'm an Insecure fan and I'm also a Girlfriends fan. But Girlfriends, I think they're all completely different. Mm-hmm. But it's like it shows how they're all different, but they're still friends at the same time. Okay. And they come together at the same time. So I would definitely say girlfriends, and then Insecure brings that real up to date reality stuff that we experience and go on in our lives. So the
Mhm.
struggles of dating and stuff like that. So I
That
would
is
love
true.
that too.
I was gonna say who's who. I don't see a Tony in this group, so maybe for Insecure, who's who?
I don't
But I don't.
I always said
That's
I
no
think I'm
for
a
you.
mixture
I don't
of
know.
all
I don't
of
want
them. To be
Insecure.
honest, I think I'm a mixture of all four of them.
I don't
Not
watch
a-
Insecure, and I didn't watch.
You never seen Insecure?
Me, have I seen Insecure, Toya?
She don't watch TV.
See, yeah, Toya had to tell. Toya had to tell me. You
Who
know,
was
what,
that? I
friend,
don't
that is
I'm
what
a
you
TV
watch.
person.
That's me. I don't watch
I'm
TV
a
either.
person. So be it.
Yeah,
Adrian
I'm a
does not
TV
watch
person.
TV.
I don't
Never
really
gets-
watch TV
she
like
never
that.
gets my
I'm like,
cultural
Y'all
jokes
like,
or
Toya, did I
anything.
see that?
Entrepreneur
Like,
thing.
you don't watch
Lucy and
Circuit.
Ethel. They tell you about my TV. I said Lucy and Ethel, and that's a black and white TV show. So
I would agree with Lucy and Ethel though. Like
Yeah.
us three, I really agree with that one. I agree with that.
so I
But
don't
then
know.
when she's talking about Tony, I don't know who Tony is. So you gotta give
They
me a
don't
little
watch
context.
TV.
Tony
Y'all
Oh, there's only
excuse
three
them.
y'all.
Excuse
Okay.
them.
Toya watch TV more than we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so,
my thing.
So
Let it
let
go.
us know.
Tell
Toya.
you who are they? Who's each one of you in the girlfriends? group?
Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, if I had to choose,
Because I don't even.
that
know
was
who-
kind of hard because, like you said, I guess if I had to pick, I would give Jamie Tony. I think only because she's more boisterous. I guess no. I think she would probably be more of a Maya. She would be more Maya.
Not a hater.
Yeah,
Tony is a hater.
she'll be more Maya. And then Calandra, I guess, would have to be Joan. Because Joan was kind of like the mom, I guess you could say, of the group. You know, she the one that kept everybody together and organized.
I can agree with that.
everything
I can
and
agree with
planned
that.
everything. So
Okay.
I would have to give her Joan. And then, like I said, I think I'm a little bit of all four of them.
He's like, I'm
They
not
really taught me
claiming.
experience.
Okay.
What'd you say, Lauren? She not claiming what?
I don't think she want to claim solely being what's her name? What's the word?
Lynn.
Lynn, yeah.
Yeah, I was
She's
gonna
like,
say,
I'm
I
not
would
a full
probably give
Lynn.
a lid, but I'm not totally a lid.
Right. I like Lynn. Lynn, beautiful girl.
Free spirit.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
You see me and
They-
Clarence over here lost his all days. Like what are
Yeah.
they?
I have no idea. We gonna roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Nice. The next question is, what song are you listening to now? What's your favorite song?
Ooh. I love music, so that's kind of like my outlet. So I listen to music all day. If I turn on my TV right now, it goes automatically to like the R&B station from like the 90s R&B. But what I listen to the most in my car when I'm rolling, honestly, is the Ella Mai Essential album. It gives me everything my heart needs, my soul. If I want to crank up, if I want to talk noise, if I'm having some man problems, the album gives me all of that. So
Is that the new one that just came out?
no,
Ella Mai-
if you Google like the because it's on my Apple, but if you have Ella Mai Essential album, so it has a collection of all of her different songs from all of her different albums on there, and that's what I listen to the most.
She has an essentials already. She too young for that.
Well, you know how Apple, I guess it is Apple put it together, but it's an essential album on there that I listen
I
to.
got
So
you.
it
Okay.
it combines all of her best songs.
Her stuff and puts it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that touches my soul. So
But I think I'm right behind her. It was funny because she says it's to me. Sometimes I think it's funny because we are connected in so many ways and we don't even know it. Ella Mai, Little Things. That's my song. That's my song right now. I'm
And
sorry.
why that song?
I'm gonna say for me, and this is a girl, I'm probably old enough to be her mama too. Because I think ain't we older than them? Ain't these people we old? Ella Mai,
I don't
they all-
know how old Ella Mai.
Oh
is.
yeah, Ella Mai
Mine
is.
is
Yeah,
mine is I really like the baby Summer Walker. I really like her and the song well a lot of her songs, but You Don't Know What Love Is and quite a few of her songs. So Summer Walker. I just Summer Walker.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm here for that. Now I'm like y'all with the music. Like I love music, but I'm definitely stuck in a specific decade, like the
Yeah.
90s and 80s and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
stuck, so I don't even know the songs that you mentioned.
Because if it's
But I
not,
know the people.
I like Sade. Like I'm a big
But
Sade.
not the song.
Sade fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
Sade. Like if
I'm
I
definitely
do
stuck in the
Sade, I do
80s,
Sade
90s,
and karaoke.
definitely.
If I do karaoke, I'm gonna do some Sade.
Oh,
We
Yep.
love
oh, y'all
karaoke.
do karaoke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Put
We
that up.
love
Put it back in my-
karaoke.
Yes. Yes. DC trip. Okay. Put that in the back of my mind. Got you.
Okay, I'll be
Yeah.
ready.
We coming. We
We
coming.
love
We
Get
coming
those
for real.
songs together.
We're karaoke stands. We were karaoke very hard for many years. Okay, and so our last question is, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Gatorade Zero.
Said no sugar.
Okay, get them electrolytes going.
Toya, what you drinking?
I am drinking XXL Apple.
What's that?
Can I show the bottle on camera? Or is that against the rules?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
This
we
is
love
the bottle.
Okay, is
It
that
has
what type?
16% alcohol in it.
Oh my!
Is it it's a white wine?
Like that,
Wine?
honey.
I
Is it
told
a-
you I needed a drink, but it's super sweet though. It's almost too sweet to be honest. But so you can't even taste the alcohol because it's super sweet.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah.
drink-
Is it like a liqueur or is it a wine? What is that?
It's a wine. It's wine.
Look, the drinker of the crew. That should have been one of y'all's questions.
We're getting there.
Wait. Hold on, Kyle.
That should have been. That's what
Moving at the same damn time, but we're gonna keep moving. I'm drinking cranberry juice.
Okay, refreshing.
Very fresh.
I don't know about that.
Maybe
I don't know about
I'm
all
drinking.
that.
No. I'm drinking. Lauren is laughing because me and Lauren are connected. Y'all just don't know me and Lauren are connected. So this is cranberry and vodka. I'm just gonna be honest.
But she was like it's cranberry.
Adrian, look at Adrian. Adrian say, "Okay, bring it on." But I'm drinking
That should have been one of y'all questions. Who's the drinker? That's who it should have been.
I would admit that. That's me. But I behave.
So she's Calandria.
Only one reason I'm not drinking right now, and it'll
well,
be.
We know. You don't even got to talk about it. We know.
That's
Lord,
okay.
what
So
are you
I'm
drinking?
drinking. It's
What you got,
the sparkling grapefruits in my fancy wine glass. Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I am drinking Josh Cellars, one of our most favorite
Our favorite.
wines, Cabernet Sauvignon. Lauren, you'll have
Wait,
someone.
what's the name so I can add it to my list? I'm trying to build up
So,
my wine rack.
It's the brand is Josh, and if you
Okay.
like red wine, it's a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
Our
It's one of
fave,
our
like,
two mics, two glasses fave wine.
favorite.
Okay, I'm gonna get that for my wine rack.
Yeah, and it's affordably priced.
Okay, Josh.
Okay.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers, honey. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
It's like a whole party.
Yeah,
I know.
virtual party. It feels like 2020 again when everything was like on Zoom and
Right. Virtual party.
virtual happy hour.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so for this session, so this is part of our Iron Sharpens Iron series where we talk about friendships, business partnerships that are helping one another. So let's kick it off by just kind of getting some background on how y'all first met.
Well, you kind of went over it in our bio, which thank you for that. Really, nobody has really read that out loud. We know we put it up there, but you read that out loud, and that really made me think. I was like, dang, really, we did. That's where we met. So we similar background, same neighborhood, parents, same kind of dynamics. I don't know if you guys want to kind of put the same input. I say it all the time, we were all granny babies.
We always say that.
Yeah, we were some granny babies, you know. I've never seen the inside of a daycare ever in my life.
Never.
They haven't
Me either.
Yeah.
My
No, my brother. We
Yeah,
never
granny
went
house was
Don't
a
know.
daycare.
So you're saying that y'all were always at your grandmother's house.
We was always
All
at
of
my granny.
Or-
And always at my granny's house.
All of us,
Never,
yeah.
ever.
All three of us, yeah.
All of us. Never.
But I was raised in the house with my granny.
Me
Because
too.
my mom had
Oh,
me really
okay.
early. My
Same
mom
with
had
me.
me at 18, so I actually grew up in the house with my grandmother. So
Same with me here. Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, my
Your mom grew up together.
Okay, my mom and dad were together, but that's where I spent, I would say, 85% of my time. Because I remember being in school a lot. These kids nowadays, I don't think they be in school as much as we was. It seems like every time I look up, these kids is out of
they
school.
don't.
Hey, whatever. But like summer break, spring break, the only time we weren't with my grandmother is like during Christmas time, because during that time we would go to my mom's people who were in Louisiana. But all the other holidays and breaks, we was with my grandmother. So same thing with them, and I think that is what connected us. And so it just transferred from there. I did have another friend that I was close with, but we broke up and when we left, we went to Glen. Toya went to Hanley. Toya, was it Hanley?
Yeah, I went to Hanley. We went to different schools. Yeah, I went to Hanley.
But me and Calandra stayed together all the way up until high school. So Calandra and Toya met back up in high school.
High school.
But we still, all through that, we still stayed connected. I went to another high school and they met back up in high school. So it's just stayed together. Calandra was the first one to get a car. I never got a car. I think, Toya, did you get your car second?
I think so. Yeah.
I think I was always like the person in the middle, like gluing everybody together. That was me always. Look at Lauren. Lauren shaking her head. See, me and Lauren got a line in common. I was the one connecting everybody together. But go ahead, boom.
No, I think that's it. Like Calandra had. So once we got into 10th grade. Because when do you do your driver's license class? Is that 9th, 10th grade? Then Calandra, as soon as she got that license, she was hounding her. So
she'll come down the street with her system blasting outside.
I wasn't playing no games. Now we ain't supposed to tell nobody that. Now be quiet. Be quiet.
We was always out. Once she got that car, you couldn't tell us nothing. We was gone all the time, hanging out downtown Dallas. Child.
It's so interesting because in DC, I feel like the kids are like kind of averse to driving. Like they don't really. And I remember on my 16th birthday, like going to the DMV for my birthday to get my license. And here, I don't know if they care as much about driving.
I noticed that about those places.
Kids don't want to drive no more. They got Uber and
the younger children. They really are not interested in driving like we were. They are not.
Yeah, I was ready to get. I mean, I didn't have a car, but I was ready to get that license. Like, I'll take them to the store. I'll pick up my brother and sister.
Yeah.
Like, what you need me to do?
Yeah, we were
all over town.
That's long gone. That's long gone. That's long gone.
Yeah, it's very different.
They're about Uber and what's the other one? Lyft. They don't care about
Lyft. But that costs money. We didn't have no money.
Yeah, we definitely didn't.
We had gas money. But what would you say was what did you say?
Well, it's like I think it was just we had cabs in the DC area. We had the train, so the subway, and we had buses.
Yeah.
Those are the only.
We can
drive.
We got all that in Texas. Nobody like if you ride in the bus, that was embarrassing.
Oh,
yeah. If you're on the bus, you're gonna get talked about.
Well, how do they see you? They saw you because they were on the bus too.
That's not something favorable in Texas that you ride in the bus. Even now, like that's like, why are you on the bus when we got Uber and we got this and we got that? Like that's frowned upon here. Honestly.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I was in the suburbs in New Jersey,
and y'all probably do a lot of walking. Y'all do a lot of walking and stuff up there. Yeah, don't nobody want to walk nowhere up here, down here. Don't nobody want to.
Hot.
Well, it's a bigger state.
Spread out. It's
spread out way more.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but here, it's don't nobody want to walk. You tell a child to walk to the store, they're gonna be like, what? Walk to the store? What I gotta walk to the store for? No, that's unheard of here. But like when we were teenagers, we couldn't wait to work. We all was working. I think Calandra and who was at Miss Fields? Who was that?
Me.
That was
I started working at 14.
But
Okay.
I started at 13. But yeah,
y'all was working at 14. Well, 14.
Yeah.
And then they were at the mall, and I was at. All of us was at the mall. I think I was at Sears.
I think I was.
That
At the,
was at
I think
Mother.
I was. I don't think I was at the grocery store at 13. I started at 13.
Oh,
That's so young. Was that legal to even work at that
in
age?
Texas.
I lied on my application.
In Texas, I was
Wow.
I thought you had to be 16.
Look,
Huh?
look. My very first job when I was 14 was at McDonald's, and my cousin was the manager, so that's how they rocked it. But yeah.
It was a program that I was able to get in because of my parents' income. So I was able to work at KFC, at Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then after that's when I went to Sears at the mall. All of us was at the mall. They were
At some point.
yeah, all of us was at the mall. I was at Sears, Calandra was at Motherhood Maternity, and Toy was at Miss Fields. So we
I
just
used to
all
pimp
stayed
out of Miss
together.
Fields.
It was just us
Hard working from the beginning.
all our life. I've been working all my life. I just been working. Okay.
I think
It's
that's all
so
of us.
sad. And sometimes I think about that. It was like, Jamie, we were all in a rush to be grown. I'm gonna just say that. We were in a rush. And it wasn't because we just wanted to be grown so that we wouldn't have to answer to anybody. We weren't rushing to be grown so we could pay bills and do all these things that we're doing now and being stressed. It was just that we were being controlled, so we wouldn't have to answer to anybody. Like I tell people all the time, I wanted to be grown, but it was so that I could come home when I got ready to. I could talk on the phone all night. I could drive a car. It wasn't this other stuff you have to do when you was an adult. Like I would think everybody would agree with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't like adults now, honestly.
Yeah, let's be honest. When you want to be grown, those are the things that you're thinking about, like having to worry about what time you come home, having the time that you have to get out the phone, or telling your mama where you gotta go, and who you gonna be with, who gonna be there at that party, things like that. That's what you think about. Not realizing that once you're there, you're there. Because it feels like, really honestly, that we just graduated. It just don't seem like that was that long ago. It doesn't. That was a very long time ago.
I mean, it's rare to have a friendship for 30 plus years and for y'all still to be so close. I want to know what your first impressions of each other were. Like, how did y'all
to be
get together?
honest. I don't remember back then.
I don't
First
think it was developed enough. I don't think it was. I think we were just vibing.
And this is like, so you guys were in kindergarten? What was the?
Yeah.
That's right. Kindergarten.
Wow.
So we were like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
So
Y'all was just chilling. But what did it develop into? Like, who was the we already got the drinker, that's Calandra. I'm just joking. We can just experience.
What do y'all remember about kindergarten?
I
don't know if
would
you
say
were kindergarten.
I would say elementary. I'll group it all together as elementary is what I'll group it together is. So I dipped off over to the side to take my.
you freezing.
So I can get you to get, huh? What'd you say?
You freezing.
You freezing? Oh, I'm sorry. But at any rate, so the way that I see that is, let me say, okay, Toya, because honestly, I think I'm always the person that's in the middle of both of them. I think I'm the one that's brought everybody together, to be honest. That's the way I see it. So Toya, let me see. So when I met Toya, honestly, I don't remember exactly when. It was in elementary for sure. But I honestly, like, if I had to remember the exact date, I really don't remember that. But at 4 years old, we all knew each other at 4 years old. Because honestly, I think me and Toya were always in the same classes together. Jamie was always in a different class than we were, but we always connected to her at the same time. Mm-hmm. So Toya, I was always an introvert like you, Lauren. I feel like I relate to you so much. But at any rate, I feel like me and Toya always connected to one another. I was always in the same classes that Toya was in. So just to be honest with you. So to me, I feel like I really connected with her a whole lot. Just based on for the classes that we were in, the way we learned.
I know we were in second grade. We were all in class together. In second grade, we were all in Miss Stevenson's class. I think that's the only class we were. I
remember that. Yeah,
yeah, we were all in together with Miss Stevenson because Mama pulls that picture out all the time. Look at Calandra, look at you, and look at Toya. Yeah, I remember.
No.
We was little. Toy got them long, like her hair long. She's had her hair.
Yeah, it's always been
all
long.
her life. With them
Mhm.
ponytails on the wig. That trend. All her life, the hair has been long like that. Yes, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Like, Kalendra, you weren't in Miss Drisdale class? I thought you
I
was
do remember Miss Drisdale, but I don't remember being in there with you. I don't.
Yeah, I was in Miss Drisdale class. So me and Kalendra was in Drisdale. In 5th grade, who was 5th grade? It was
You wasn't with us in 5th
it
grade.
was like y'all was in Miss Carter's class.
Yeah, it was Carter and Cook against
Carter and Cook.
Carter and Cook.
Okay.
So we would be in different classes, but we would come together when it was playground time. We would be together
Mm-hmm.
on that fence.
That was your crew. So y'all were the crew.
That fence and on the monkey bars and everything like that. I don't know. We don't know, but it.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah.
We don't know. We just connected, and it just continued on. And even when we got to high school, when they were together, but I was at another school. We was together every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
In Kalendra's car.
Look, Lauren. See, Lauren. I like Lauren. Lauren said she's. I'll mark that down. That is right, Lauren. In Calendra's car. That's
In
about
the
right.
Elantra.
Wait a minute. Elantra day. So a Hyundai Elantra.
Oh,
The old one. No, go to the oldest one that you can recall, if you can remember it. That's the one we was holding.
We was in the Hyundai Elantra that we were in. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't tell us nothing, honey. We was cute. And we was around in ghetto downtown Dallas, thinking we was grown, wearing heels. Well, I think I was the only one wearing heels down there, honey. You couldn't tell nothing. But that's what. Go ahead.
When did y'all realize you were going to be lifelong friends? Like, we locked in.
I don't think we were thinking about it. I think we were just living on. Because I actually went away. I moved away. I went to University of Texas at Austin. I left.
Mm-hmm.
Came right on. I shouldn't have left. I came right on back. I came right back home. And
I think from the beginning, I think I knew we were going to be lifelong friends. That was not even a question to me. Like, to me, that's the way that I feel. Honestly, when I was young, I didn't think about, I'm going to lose them as friends. I do remember when because my dad always teases me to this day, honestly, about me leaving Toya. He said I was crying and going on and just not really happy. But at any rate, he did. He still, my dad, what y'all call him, Daddy Rich? My Daddy Richard is his name. But at any rate, so he says that when I left Toya, because me and Toya were really, really close. Me and Jamie were really close too, but I was closest probably to Toya. But at any rate, I don't think there was ever a time, like, I just think it was understood that we would always be friends. To be honest with you, from the beginning, it was just understood.
Because I did feel, when I was in Austin, I felt a void when I was away from them.
I never really felt that way, my opinion. But yeah, but go ahead.
Because I wasn't there. They weren't there with me though. I did feel a void. And
how long were you gone?
Was it like 2 years? It was 2 months. Like, was it 2?
I don't know. Too long. And I had another best friend down there with me. So she ended up meeting a guy and ended up marrying him. But I left. I sat down with her. I was like, girl, I'm going back home, child. I'm going back home. And so I went back home. And then we started back like I never left.
But that also, her friendship with that friend also speaks to birds of feather flock together, because that friend that she got close to in college was one of my closest friends in middle school. When I went to a separate middle school, she was my closest friend and the first person I met in middle school, and ended up being her closest friend when she went to college.
I'm sure you're enjoying this episode, but we wanted to quickly pop in to let you know about the cool swag we're wearing today. AMW Apparel is a line of inspirational and entrepreneurial clothing for those looking to stand out and make a statement to their following. We provide comfortable and high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, and more. Enter code 2 mics 2 glasses, which is the number 2, MICS, the number 2 again, GLASSES, with no spaces, for 10% off your first order at shopwithamw.com. Link in the description. We appreciate your support.
So,
wow.
And we still friends.
Small world.
And we're still
Small world.
one of my best friends. So It's
So
just
I guess
crazy.
there's
It's
certain
just,
people
I
that's
don't know.
kind of
It's like a bloodline friend thing. Something is going on. I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. Some people have that blessing and some people don't. I don't know how to explain that, but it is. That's what happened with us. All the way all up until now. I won't say how old we are, but we up there. And
Our
we're
age,
still
we
moving
all about the
forward.
Right. I will say
same.
I'm proud of my age, because when people
Yeah.
look back and they like, wait, what? You 40? I'm
Mhm.
just gonna be honest. Yeah, we
Yeah.
40.
Mhm.
Yeah, we are
Look
40.
it.
So, yeah. So listen.
We just
It's easy to say you 40 when you don't look 40.
Right. That's what
Right,
I'm
right.
proud of being 40, honey. I'm proud. I'm 40.
Like, and it just feels like we just graduated high school. That time has just flown by. Like time waits for no man, like they say. That time has flown by like crazy. It's so crazy.
So I think a part of the iron sharpens iron is like really leaning into this like notion that Black sisterhood is so important for your growth and development. So like, what do you feel like is that main thing that kept you bonded for so long? I mean, you guys knew you were going to be friends forever. You were like dipping and diving within the same people around you and keeping that close. But what is that one thing that you can pull on and say like, this is my sister and this is why?
Mm.
I would say
the way that we kind of come back from like conflicts and stuff like that. I think every time we have an argument or a disagreement or whatever the case is, we might not talk for a little while or whatever the case is, but when you come back, I think that strengthens the friendship, and then that also reminds you that you can be mad at this person all you want to, but they still gonna be there regardless, at the end. Because Commander always tell me you cannot talk to me if you want to.
I don't give a damn. I will pull up on your
He's like,
ass.
I'm
sorry.
pulling up.
Excuse my words, but I will pull up. They already know. I will pull up on your.
well, it wouldn't get that far with me. I'm gonna blow you up anyway. It hasn't, like I was saying earlier when we did the earlier podcast, we're gonna talk. You ought to be able to have a conversation with me. Like it shouldn't be anything that you are not comfortable enough with me to not talk to me about, even if it is business related to business. If it's not, personal, and it's something that we got going on within the business, like just like you would come and talk to me about if it was something personal, you should be able to do the same thing with me business wise. And I don't have that issue. And I think that should be something somebody should be able to do, being an adult. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's a subject that you're uncomfortable with, I just feel like as an adult, no adult should be walking around and having a tension with someone and being uncomfortable. Like, come on, we're adults, we're grown. I'm not going to come around and trying to do something and be uncomfortable the entire time. If it's the next 8 hours, if you like either going to work or coming into a business or coming into to do a podcast or to do an interview, it's no need, because like you say, people are going to see that tension.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a very obvious something. And I think a good example would be, when Oprah did the TV, the movie for Color Purple, when they redid it with Ciara and all of them, and the issue was going on about how much Taraji P. Henson got paid and all of that. There was a little clipping that they did when they were saying all that drama was going on between Taraji P. Henson and Oprah. There was a scene where there was a short that showed like Taraji P. Henson was trying to do a picture with Oprah. It was a group of them, and Oprah moved when Taraji and stood by her, and Oprah moved and went to way on the other end of the other people. Like, that was something that should have been handled before that was even seen.
Yeah.
Especially with Oprah having all that money.
Right.
You think I'm going to be a billionaire and being uncomfortable and moving from somebody that I hired you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it should be the same thing. It should be the same thing.
Like y'all can come to me with anything. Like there's nothing too low, too high that we can't talk out and get through.
It should not if you're saying that you're best friends.
Yeah. So you guys have been friends for over 30 years. Now you're doing business together with the podcast and maybe other business ventures. How's that transition been to doing business with your best friends?
It's been good. Calandra, she stated earlier how she is the thinker. You know, she's thinking. I'm a doer. I would say I'm the doer, and I'm a little bit more forceful. But what it has done, I would say, for all three of us, it kind of, like I said, we're stronger in some aspects of business than the other. I know we're in the backup in some areas. They know, so you know what I'm saying. Like as far as organization, I would say I know how to be organized in different things. Calandra knows how to be organized in different things. So it's Toya. So I think it just plays in because of our strengths being in different areas. It kind of evens out as far as being like with podcasting. As I told them when we first started, like when we first started and she brought it. Let me tell you this: when she first came with the idea of doing it, I said, "Girl, get the hell out of here! You ain't gonna talk to nobody." I really thought. And this is what this is what I'm gonna say. Honestly, to this day, like the growth that we want, I think that we could grow more, but her and Toya still got a lot that they don't want to do. It's a lot that they still are not open to, but it's a lot that they have surprised me on, and I'm proud of them because they've done a lot that surprises me. Like, oh wow, they did it, and that we've talked about.
Do you feel that way because they're like more introverted?
It's not a bit about being introverted. Their essence is just mean. And
no. I would
mean,
say I'm introverted, but go ahead, Boom.
They can say they are introverted, but it's really honestly, it's kind of, you have to be careful. You have to be careful when you own a business. Now, I have owned businesses and I've had contracts with the state. Calandra has a business with state government contracts and things like that. So you do have to be careful on things that you do put out there. That's why I was saying the things about with Tabitha Brown. She has these contracts and you have these people that you have on your payroll that you have to take care of and be able to pay them. So you do have to be careful on the things that you are putting out there and the things that you are doing. But sometimes, you do have to engage a little bit more. I think our downfall is that Calandra, it has been able to put more into her business. But at first, for a while, she was still working her job. And the same thing for me. I'm still working full time and trying to run my business. You see what I'm saying? So like you were saying, how busy you can be and you can't put a lot of forth the business that you have with your friend. I think all three of us have that issue. All three of us are nurses. I don't know if we told y'all that. All three of us are nurses. Full time at one point in time. Calandra,
how did that even happen? Like, what are the odds of all?
I know the odds there.
We didn't plan that either. It just worked out that way, to be honest.
It just ended up being like, honest, Calandra was the first one to be a nurse. Nobody was saying that they want to be a nurse but Calandra. Nobody. But it ended up happening that way. We don't know.
She started bringing home the nurse checks, and y'all were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do that too."
She never told us how much she made.
No, I did not. We never even discussed that. It was
yeah.
Go ahead, Toya.
Go ahead, Toya.
No, I would just say, like, she wasn't even a nurse long before, because Jamie was already in nursing school. So it didn't really. It wasn't like it kind of domino effect after each other. And for my story, like, I was supposed to be going to pharmacy school. That was my thing. But they didn't have any local pharmacy schools that was in the area. I was gonna have to go away to go to school. So somebody was kind of like, they kind of planted that seed in my ear. Well, I think you will be a good nurse. Why don't you do nursing? And then the school that I was attending at the time, nursing was the big thing on campus. Everybody was in the nursing program, So I kind of just got drawn into it, but that was never my ambition to be a nurse. Honestly, it just worked out that way.
And it turns out I'm great at it.
But I think some of that has to do with trust in the person, in your friendship, in your friend. That's what I would say, to be honest. I think I was the first one to jump out there because honestly, there was another friend that was a part of, I wouldn't say she was really a part of our group per se, but honestly, she applied, I got in, she didn't get in, is what happened, to be honest. I got in and then I led the way for everybody else. So I led the way, I feel like, for Toya, because me and Toya also went to the same school. Jamie went to a different school. And then the other lady that I'm mentioning, I won't reference her name, but at any rate, she went to a different school at the end. But at any rate, she actually led the way. And I was kind of really following behind her. So I think I just kind of led the way for them. And I feel like they just kind of probably entrusted in me. Like when I kind of came back to them and tell them, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm working with. But even as I was kind of still providing the way, I'm going to say providing the way. That's probably not even the right verbiage. When I was still kind of working my way and trying to figure out the way, they were kind of also working the way behind me as well.
Yeah, I can agree to that. And it's just like with, like I say, like being able, I know that was a relief on Calandra to finally be able to 100% give her time to her business, because that's something, you know, when you're building something, you want that to be what you have dreamed for it to be, which is for me. Like, I really can't wait until the time where I can like fully commit myself to my businesses. But the podcast is something that I love to do because it allows us, like for us right now, what we allow our guests to do is choose what it is that they want to talk about.
Right.
And we have had guests that they are so compassionate about whatever their subject is, whether it's their business or their charities or something like personal developments that they've acquired throughout the years, or something that they've overcame. We've had so many women that evolved after a divorce. You will not believe how many, like, oh, this is how it was when I was married, and I didn't find this out about myself until after I was divorced. Like, we've had a lot of that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it feels good for us to allow that venting to happen through us, through our podcast, you know, that people are comfortable enough to do that. So it feels good. And I wish that we could have more time to do that, because I think if we could all really dedicate our time, then our channel could grow the way that we would like it to. But it's like, I think all of us, we're being tugged away. And like I said, when Toya was here, we were doing it personally, but that was taking away time because we were spending so much money on studio time. And I don't even remember how much time we were spending. Was that 3 hours or something? How are we doing? I don't remember. Because we've been virtual for now, how long? What, 2 years now?
It's been for a little while. Yeah.
It's been a while. This is easier, but it's just, you know, it has brought our costs down a lot. But like at first, it was like it did feel more personal when we were.
And I prefer the in-person shows. Those are my favorite. The ones we were in person.
I'll agree with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, when we were meeting, and we stopped the studio, RSVP studios, and then just using Calandra's office. That's what it.
So that means, Toy, you need to get on back to DFW, honey. I'm gonna be quiet on that one. Now. Next question.
So I would say, just to answer your question, it's like we want to commit more, like working together. We figured out each other's strengths and weaknesses, but we want to commit more to the channel. It's just that right now it's just hard to give that time. We're all doing something different. And me and Calandra, I plan on working more with her. Not going to be working for a while right now, and so I'm planning on going with Calandra through her business and kind of doing some aspects on things that she needs and can use me for in her business. So that's kind of what we're going to do. And maybe we can, while I'm there, work on things for the channel. So that's what I'm looking forward to for the next few weeks.
I love to hear that. I guess as you guys grow and you're figuring out, you know, Toya then left and went to Tampa, and y'all, you know, you guys are still working through those things. But can you kind of describe like a time where you have encountered difficulty that you know you probably wouldn't have made it through without your girls, without their support for you?
With the podcast, or just in general?
Or just in life in general?
Just in life.
The time
it's so much. Ooh, you might.
I know y'all have a long
like
30 years.
Like,
so just think of it, could be within any period of time. Like I'm sure
that something has
Amber
happened.
had her first kid. Like that was probably a thing.
I'm the only one with a kid because they don't have
have
children.
kids.
I can't wait till they have children though, because I can't wait to spoil them. To be honest, you know.
Now, how did they support
And
you
you may.
when you got pregnant? Because I have a friend who got
Uh-huh.
pregnant. It was shortly after college. It was very
Yes.
surprising to all of us, but it was an opportunity for us to step up as a friend.
As a friend, right? Honestly, I can't wait till they have. I can't wait. I really cannot wait till they have kids.
Plan to have it before 2025 is up, hopefully.
I pray. I'm like, they need to come on. Wait in a minute. I'm gonna be in a wheelchair. I can't do much.
What are you talking about?
I can't do much. Let me see. That's a hard question to answer for me. Go ahead, Jamie.
I would say for me, it was when I was very, very close with an aunt of mine. I mean, that really, not that I had never experienced a death in the family, but that one was the one that really tore me down. And I had just broken up with my, at that time, almost, she already laughing on him.
I already know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
I had just broken up. Just to make a long story short, all of us, birds of a feather flock together. All of us were in 10-year relationships with people that we should have left long time ago before.
I expunged that from my resume.
He's not on my record.
Put your drink down.
I don't know. We all were in almost 10-year relationships, and I had ended mine. And not only that, I got into another relationship with someone, and then this aunt of mine that I was real close with had died. She had died, and he came to the funeral. So I was with the new guy who was at the funeral, and then the ex that I had been with for 10 years was at the funeral. So these two texted me, "Did you tell him to come? Do you know he's here? Oh my God, do you want us to do something?" And what? I'm like, I'm emotional because my aunt is dead, right? No, I didn't know the ex was coming. Yes, I called. I didn't call him, but I was like, "Hey," because the breakup was fresh. I was like, "Hey, Aunt Renee died, blah, 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 just to let you know," and things like that. But no, I didn't invite him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, come to the wake and come to the funeral. No. So I was surprised when Calandra texted me. He was like, "Did you tell him to come?" No. Well, he sure is here. So my head was blowing smoke. The cartoons with the head with the smoke coming through. I'm just like, you know what? I can't be worried about that. I'm just, whatever happens, it's just gonna have to happen. And so something happened where y'all were in the foyer of the church or something, Calandra, and they were standing by each other or something. What happened?
Anyway, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Anyway, luckily they were out there with both of them, the two men. But not only that, my family was texting me, "Jamie, why are both your men here what is going on? What is going on?" I'm like, I'm gonna need somebody to try to handle this situation. I'm gonna need somebody to try to handle this for me. I don't know why he came. I did inform him that I don't think I would have came. If I would have came, I probably would have stayed out of sight. He was sitting up there with the family, like me and him was still together. Don't laugh. It's not funny.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm sorry.
But wait, what was the question again? Ask the question.
You getting out here?
No, the question was something stressful. That was it. They were there. They handled the situation. Where they were able to keep the guy that was the new relationship, they were able to keep him busy and talkative and comfortable while the ex was there. So I do appreciate them for that. They were
able to. Asking, what was the question again? Because I think I have another story to share on that. What was the question again?
Just a difficult period of your life that you feel like you couldn't have got through without your girls.
There we go. Yes. Okay, hold up. So I think, Jamie, you probably can speak to this better than us because you cried and it's gonna make me emotional. Because me and Toya came to Tallulah. I ain't never been to Tallulah. I didn't know what Tallulah was.
I was gonna tell that one.
That brings back, because when I saw you and I saw how you broke down, so me and Toya, we decided that we were gonna pop up. It was me, Toya, and my son. He's the guy's son, so he's the baby of the group. You know, my son, because I'm the only one with a child. They don't have children. None of us have never been married, but I'm the only one with a child. But at any rate, so me, Toya, drove down to Tallulah, Louisiana, for Jamie's grandmother's funeral. Jamie didn't know we was coming. We surprised her, you know? So when she saw us in that church, like, honestly, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it together. But when she saw us in the church and when I even connected with her, like, honestly, you know, like, that's what you do for a friend, though. Honestly, just being honestly, that's truthful. Because she didn't know we was coming. She told me when it was going to be, but we didn't tell her. We didn't confirm with her that we were coming. But it was a struggle that night. I don't know what was going on that night.
You were about to sleep in the car?
Yeah, we was about to sleep in the car.
And all the while, I'm texting them, telling them to come check on my dogs.
And we down in Louisiana. She don't know that though. We didn't tell her.
We on the road.
Hey,
we on the road.
Nobody is texting me back telling me that they didn't get the dogs. I'm like, damn, y'all ain't gonna check on my dogs.
Do y'all have like
I'm like, we trying to be there for you. Forget the dogs.
You know. So she finally texted me back and told me that Farrah came and checked on the dogs and showed me to tell Jamie that big ass dog is okay. So
that's my sister, but yeah.
I'm outside of the church with my family. So that's actually 2 funerals. So that's my the shepherd and the Yorkie. So I'm outside in line with my family getting ready to march in, and these 2 heifers is up in the front row of the church. I didn't see him, not knowing that Corey and my dad. So I'm sitting and I'm just, you know, I just happened to just look this way and Toya waved, and I was like, what the, you know, y'all supposed to be, who lying? Y'all lying to me, because I just was
you supposed to be making 4 words, honey.
Y'all supposed to be 4 words, you know, but then I just seen them, you know, them and my godson's urn. So I just, I couldn't take it no more. You know, that was it. So that was the 2 funerals. The other one was supposed to be comical, but I was going to tell y'all that one too. But then was the 2, because that one with my grandmother, the Tallulah story, that one wasn't expected. We knew about my aunt, but if they would have told me that they were coming, it was 2 hotel rooms that we didn't use, and they could have had a more comfortable night. But they tried to do this surprise, so they came to the country town not knowing where to be. And what was it? It was dark and it was in the hood. And what was it?
It was a whole hot mess. We're gonna leave it just right there. We had an Airbnb.
Was it the night before or the 2 days? What was it? Okay.
Oh, okay.
It was an Airbnb, and we were like, "Nah, we are not parking there."
So you supposed to be in the car.
If we had to spend the night in the car, we was gonna spend the night in the car.
We drove around like hotel to hotel to hotel, and we finally found somebody at a casino. It was a casino hotel, and they weren't gonna let us stay because her son's underage and got to be 21 to stay in the hotel. But I told him, I said, "Listen,
look, you gotta make this work."
Listen, I'm like, he ain't no baby, he good. I said, we got him. We like, and they were gracious enough to let us stay there with him. So, but yeah,
Wow.
That's the thing with me going out of town. So if we're gonna go to Washington and after May, I gotta work on something right now for somebody to keep my babies, because don't nobody
get them together, because we gonna be gone with you. So you better figure it out.
Yeah,
they don't like the dogs anyway.
Yeah, we don't. To be honest, we don't.
My dog.
This has been I love this discussion. It's just so sweet seeing y'all's friendship and loving on each other. It reminds
and just
me
the faces you're making as you listen to the story and reminisce on the things that you've been through together. It's so sweet.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we have to wrap up soon. So we'd love to hear just any final words that you have to say about having relationships that helped you be who you are today. Like, do you have any suggestions or advice to the audience on what they should be looking for in a relationship that can help take them to the next level and hopefully, maybe be a lifetime relationship like y'all have?
I guess making sure that that person loves you and supports you no matter who you are and how you are, loving you for you, loving you unapologetically when you high, when you're low, when you're mediocre.
And it shouldn't be
I
one
would
sided.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I agree with both of those. But I would say let people be who they are.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I can say is let people be who they are. Accept
Yep.
them for who they are. That's what I have to say.
How can our audience support your various businesses? So you guys have mentioned multiple businesses. In addition to your Sister Sis 1988 podcast, we can start with who has a business. We'll start with Calandra has a full-time, and then we can go from there and see, like, how do people support you? How can we get you more of what you need?
Okay, so I am I'm full-time in entrepreneurship. I have a in-home care business that is non-skilled. It's called Accommodating Healthcare Services. So that's who I am.
And I am a wholesaler. I assist people who have difficulties in selling homes as is. So I can help anyone with really any state except for states who require you to be a real estate agent to do wholesaling. So I will send my information for that. I can sell with any state, like I said, that does have those real estate regulations.
And so I'm in the process of trying to get something going, like a family business with the family. If you guys can imagine how that's going. So it's a work in progress. I'm like, more to come on that later, because Jesus, it's
gonna work out.
It's a work in progress on that. We still in the planning stage. It's a lot of red tape, if you can imagine, trying to put stuff in trust because there's so many people in the family, and then with profit, you got to break, all of that stuff. So we're still in those stages of it, but I'm excited. I'm so excited about doing something with the family. So more to come with that later.
Where can they find y'all online?
I have a Facebook. My Facebook is On Point Investing Firm. They can find me there. And then my personal page as well. I promote there as well. Jamie Boone. JAMIE
Well, I don't have a personal platform. All I have is Sister Sis 19. Toy, you don't have a personal platform either. Me and her, we're introverts, so that's quit looking like that, Boone.
Obviously, you don't share anything.
If you're looking for us, find us on Sister Sis 1988.
And then to promote Sister Sis, please go to the YouTube channel and the social platforms and subscribe and hit the like button.
That'll be us.
Yeah.
So we like to end off our episode with a toast. So what are we toasting to, Adrienne?
We are toasting to a likelihood of sisterhood.
Yes.
We gotta do this again.
And we coming to DC, honey.
Look, new beginnings, look, new friendships, new relationships.
More network.
Iron sharpens
new baby. New baby.
New aunties.
Yep, new auntie.
Send us your address so I can send you some for the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are so, I cannot.
Definitely, please do.
And we owe y'all the bottle of wine too. So
and a dinner. Though we can't do that without a dinner.
So
we'll make it happen.
Cheers to sisterhood.
Cheers.